into a savage.
So, if you follow me on Instagram, and also if you have seen the title and thumbnail of this video, then you already know what I'm about to show you. So, without further ado, cue the beauty shots. So this is my 1991 Mazda Miata Special Edition. And what makes this car special, the first thing you probably notice, is that it is British racing green. And they only made about 4,000 of these in this color, and this is number 254, I believe. Just saw a cop pull in the parking lot and turn his lights on, so I don't know if I'm about to get reprimanded or not, but until I do, I'll continue with the video. Nope, we're good. So me buying this car all happened super fast, and it was super lucky of me to actually be able to get this car, because like the day I posted the video about my Civic being totaled is the day that I set everything up to go and buy this car. So yeah, shout out to my friend Aaron for letting me know this thing is for sale. So the body is in a little bit in rough shape. That's really the only major rust spot there. The hood has some paint chipping on it. It's also a little bit dirty. I need to get it clean. Just had some snow adventures with it the other day. And also I got a little bit of a chip there in the license plate frame. Just a little rough around the edges, but everything is mechanically solid about it. Like, it is so nice to drive. So, let me show you the interior. Now, along with the British Racing Green, with the Special Edition, you get a tan interior, maybe it's sandstone. I'm not totally sure. I'm gonna call that tan. Also, you get a Nardi handbrake and you get a Nardi shift knob. Very cool, very retro. Center console and electronic trunk release. This is not stock, but it is OEM. I'll pop that, get to that later. Also, you have your cup holder. Put that on there. How's this thing going? Cup holders are kind of useless because, yeah, not exactly for the American standard of bottles and shuts. So I don't. Off. So I don't use that. I just use that to put my phone. Fits there relatively nice. I'll probably get aftermarket cup holders at some point. So another thing that I really appreciate that Mazda did is that there's a little shelf back here. I can put stuff like my bag, cornstarch. I have the cornstarch in here because if you can see right there, during a snowstorm, unfortunately, my back window kind of collapsed on the edge. We had the JB weld it, and that was the thing that we used to keep pressure on the JB weld in order to get it to dry. Miata logo on the door sills. Now, one thing I was actually afraid of with Miata was the trunk space in Mazda Speed 3. The trunk holds all of my equipment and the spare tire. Now, I wouldn't have been able to do this like a year or two ago because I had like a 2 tripods set up with my slider and it was just a freaking mess. But I have downsized since then and it holds everything really nicely, and I plan on downsizing it some more by getting an electronic glide cam, so trunk space will not be an issue. Also, one very vital thing that I forgot to mention. Headlight button. Way more entertaining than it should be. Also, I got power windows and I have power steering as well. So, let me pop the hood and I shall show you the engine bay. So, the engine bay is as the body is, dirty. And a little bit of surface rust in there, but like I said, everything is mechanically sound. Just needs a little bit of cleaning up. And this is a Mazda B6 ZE engine, and it produces 116 horsepower and about 100 foot-pound of torque. So, not exactly a power horse, but it gets the job done. The car's not about power anyway, it's about momentum. Also, this isn't specific to the special edition, but you get speakers in the back headrest. That one is a little bit defective, so I gotta seal that up. And these things sound really nice. Like, I thought it would be like way too bassy behind your head, but it's actually really, really nice sounding. Alright, I'm burning daylight here, so I'm gonna do this quickly, so I wanna hop in and show you why I like this thing. Alright. Hopefully you can see and hear me because it's getting dark, and also, like I said in my last video, my shotgun mic is broken. And this car is kind of noisy to drive, especially with the soft top. Wind noise, when you get above maybe like 40 miles an hour, is pretty atrocious. Anyway, so why a Miata? Why not a Miata? They're inexpensive, fairly reliable, or I'd say very reliable. I haven't really heard any horror stories of people owning Miatas. They're lightweight, rear-wheel drive, and a lot of fun to drive. Pretty much every car journalist who's driven Miata has always emphasized how easy of a car it is to drive, and I 100% agree. This car is extremely easy to drive. And I would say it would be a great first rear-wheel drive car for anyone who's trying to, get into rear-wheel drive cars. And I went to go test drive it when I was purchasing it, and I started driving it. I was 100% expecting to stall it, like doing my first drive. And I put the clutch in, started letting off it, and it just went. The clutch is extremely easy, and this shifter is honestly one of the best feeling shifters I've ever felt. It is so smooth. It has a very satisfying click, so you know you're in gear, and it's just extremely satisfying to use. So, with 116 horsepower and 100 foot-pound of torque, is Miata fast? No, it's not. But you all knew that already. Like I said, this is a momentum car. Speed is not the point of, and power is not the point of this car. You can make Miatas fast. That is true. You can make Miatas ridiculously fast. But the reason I wanted the Miata was just to have a fun daily driver that I can go out and cruise around, have some fun on some back roads with, not to be a power monster. I've actually been planning on buying a Miata for quite a while. Probably about 3 months ago, I decided that I wanted to get a Miata, but I originally wasn't planning on getting a Miata until maybe January. But then my Civic lost the battle with the Chevy Tahoe, and I kind of needed a car, and I was just going to get like a regular point A to point B car, like nothing special, like a Honda Accord or something like that. Maybe even an automatic, which I wasn't really too fond of. But this car came up, and I managed to jump on it, and here I am. The steering ratio in this car is very good. Now, it's not like supercar good or anything like that, but I've been driven on a lot of back roads with it, and you can pretty much get it to go in the direction you want to, just at 9 and 10. Which I do have footage of that I'll put in this video. I'm just driving around neighborhoods to give you a general feel of what it's like to drive a Miata. Also, because if I go over 40 miles an hour, you probably won't be able to hear me anymore. Now, probably one of my favorite things about this car is the light flywheel. And with the light flywheel, it makes this car pretty easy to rev match because you just blip the throttle and you're up to the appropriate RPM you need to be at the downshift. This is probably a really good car for me to learn how to heel toe in, which I'm not very good at, but I can learn, as can we all. Now, like I said, it only has 100 foot-pounds of torque, but the throttle response is so good that when you get on it, it kind of gives the illusion of it being a torquey motor, because when you step on it, it just goes immediately. Not fast, but it goes. The only reason that I didn't consider a Miata a couple years ago is because it didn't have back seats, but that was like 2 years ago. Pretty much all my friends have their own cars now. I kind of just stopped caring. Lastly, what do I plan on doing to this car? Honestly, I have no freaking clue. For the time being, I'm probably going to leave it bone stock, because that's where it is right now. It's completely bone stock, and just daily it. Maybe when I get another daily driver, I want to get a new Civic Si, like during the summer, or maybe after the summer. Then I'll start doing stuff to it. But as for right now, I do want to get a hardtop, and the seller of this car still does have his hardtop, so when I get the money together, I'll go back and buy that. Hey, there's another Miata in there. It's a hardtop. Wheels, I'll probably maybe just go with some Anki J-Speeds. They seem to fit Miatas really well. And another Miata. Alright. See, these good cars, they're popular. And maybe I'll just get an ISR exhaust for it. But other than that, I really don't have any plans in the foreseeable future. But I'm sure I'll come up with stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up because it's getting dark. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting the newest member of my channel. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe, and also follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and things of that such. Yeah, I should be going on some pretty cool adventures with this car because I'm going to be driving it a lot. And so far, I'm really enjoying it. Even just driving it around a neighborhood is enjoyable. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, and now I will show you the footage of the back road that I shot a couple days ago. And I hope you enjoy it. See you guys next time.